Hey everyone, Jim here from GuitarLessonsForAll.com, and today I'm going to be showing you the riffs from one of my favorite Metallica tunes, Seek and Destroy. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to play to the backing track, and then I'm going to break it down riff by riff and show you exactly what I'm doing. Okay everyone, so here are the riffs to Seek and Destroy. So what you're going to do is you're going to do two muted A's, palm muted twice. And you can do those with a downstroke. Then you're going to take your first finger, put it on the 7th fret of the G. And then what you're going to do is you're going to strike that and you're going to hammer onto 8th with your second finger. And then you're going to strike the 7th again. And you can do that all with downstrokes. So it's... Then you're going to do two more open A muted palm mutes. Then you're going to do the same exact thing on the D string. Same frets, same fingers. Now this next little riff, it's going to begin with an open A, palm muted. Now I use my pinky here because I like to keep my fingers all in one position just to make it a little easier. It may seem harder at first, but in the end, it will actually benefit you. That way you're using all your fingers. So it's going to be, like I said, an open A. Then with my pinky, I play the 8th fret of the A. This is palm muted. Then the 7th fret with my 3rd finger. Then it's going to be 5th fret of the D with my 1st finger. Then 3rd finger, 7th fret A. So far we got this. Now these two notes, or these 4 notes, excuse me, I wouldn't palm mute those. I'd palm mute these. So palm mute these first 3 on that A string when you go into this riff. Then after this, which again is going to be that first finger on the 5th fret of the D and 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the A, you're going to do the same exact thing on the next set of strings. So it's going to be first finger on the 5th fret of G, and then 3rd finger on the 7th fret of D. So that whole little riff sounds like this. Now the next riff, all you're going to do is take your 3rd finger, start on the 7th of G, slide up to 9, go back to 7th with the 1st finger, go 9 of D with the 3rd finger, back to 7. So we got this. Then we're going to go 3rd finger, 2nd finger, 1st finger on the 9th, 8th, and 7th of the D. Then slide down to the 5th. So that whole riff sounds like this. The next riff is when they start going into the main rhythm of the tune. So you're going to do 4 low E palm mutes, and then what you're going to do is you're going to bar with your 1st finger on the 5th fret of the A and the D strings. Do that same exact thing on the 7th fret with the 3rd finger. Go back to the 1st finger on the 5th fret, and then back to the 3rd finger on the 7th fret. So it's, and obviously these are not palm muted. And you could do those with all downstrokes. And then you're going to have 4 more low E palm muted. So far we got this. Then we're going to do this. And all that is 7th fret of the A string with the 3rd finger. 1st finger, 5th fret on the A. 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the low E. And then 2nd finger on the 6th fret of the low E. So that whole riff sounds like this. Then he goes into this next part, like it sounds like this. Now, the one little tricky thing about that is there's actually 12 strikes. Actually, excuse me, 16 strikes. And it's on 13, 14, 15, and 16. You have that little riff. So it's going to be 12 palm mutes of low E. And it's almost impossible to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So what I do is I group it in 4s, and I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then your final 1, 2, 3, 4 is this, which is not palm muted. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, the first 2 notes on the low E of that riff are palm muted. These aren't. So let me give you a count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The next part of that sounds like this. So that begins off with barring on the D and the G on the 5th fret with the first finger. Then you're going to do 3 A's, open A's, palm muted. Then I'll give you 2 ways of playing this. You could slide up to the 7th and back down to the 5th, and then strike it. So it's and I'm putting in those 3 palm muted A's in between that. Or you could play it with your 3rd finger. It's kind of subjective on how he plays it. Sometimes it sounds like it's a slide, sometimes it doesn't. And I'm just hammering on with my 3rd finger here. And that little fill is this, which is going to be 3rd finger, 7th fret of G, 1st finger, 5th fret of G. Then it's going to be 7, 6, 5 on the D with fingers 3, 2, 1. And then the same thing on the A string. So it's, and then that repeats. Then he does this little riff again. Which is the one I showed you towards the beginning, and you do that twice. Then it goes into where he sings Seek and Destroy. So that is going to be on the D and the G strings, your power chords 5 and 7. Some people use their 1st and 3rd finger. I use my 1st and pinky. And right after that, we're going to go down to 4 and 6. Then 3 and 5. Then 2 and 4. And then we're going to do palm mutes of low E. Now here's the tricky part about this. Count this as 1 because there's 16 strikes. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Well, that will wrap up our lesson for the riffs for Seek and Destroy. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section below. And make sure to subscribe to my channel so that way you don't miss on any future content. And if there's any future lessons you want to see, any subject, maybe songs or theory, anything like that, just let me know in the comment sections. Also, you can check out my website at guitarlessonsforall.com if you're interested in taking one-on-one lessons over Skype or FaceTime. Once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.